Hi everybody, it's Mark Shellshear. This is the Mark Art Show coming to you from Galleria de las Islas in Metro Manila, Philippines. I want to talk about something today that's come up. I have one person who constantly writes me about the faults I have and the things that I say that are wrong. Obviously they don't agree with me, but I want to say this: there's nothing mean or nasty or vicious in what they're saying. They just have a different viewpoint, and I wanted to talk about that today because I see that the mindset that this artist has is a mindset of elitism. The kind of thing that they say is that art shouldn't be polluted. It shouldn't be polluted with success, it shouldn't be polluted with money, it shouldn't be polluted by being part of the corporate world. That art is elite and art must stay separate from these things. Well, if you know me, you know that I disagree with that 100%. I don't believe that art is elitist in that sense. I think art is for the people and it's for everybody. And this kind of humility they have, this false humility, only really fools themselves. They're not fooling the rest of us. We all know that people need to survive and people need money to survive. So being a poor artist benefits nobody. Being a starving artist benefits nobody. Nobody benefits from that. The artist doesn't benefit in any way at all. And will they produce better art because they're worrying about paying their bills, they're worrying about getting their art supplies? Will they produce better art? I don't think so. You know, I remember somebody used to say that a little bit of suffering is good for all artists. You know, well, I've been there. I don't think it was so good. You know, I don't think it made my art better. I don't think it made me a better artist. I think it made me a bitter artist, and it made me angry, and it made me want to say some of the things like this artist is saying, because it's a way of striking out. So really, we must understand that being a wealthy, successful artist is not selling out, but it is leading the way for other artists to follow. If we see a successful artist and she is selling well and she's made a lot of money from art and she is popular and a celebrity and she's contributing to art, we all want to follow that. If she can do it, we can do it. And that's the mentality that we must have. And we're not talking about becoming elitist here. We're talking about every artist experiencing the success that they can experience through their art. I know many artists who struggle. I know many artists who have problems paying their bills, problems meeting their rent, problems buying art supplies, and it's not good. I do not believe in any way at all it makes you produce better art. I don't believe that. I believe if you are content, if you are comfortable, if you know your bills are being paid, if you know you can buy art supplies, you very much are a different artist. You're an artist who's getting out there and really making a difference and making things happen, because you haven't got that monkey on your back of having to meet the rent next Tuesday. Those things do not help artists. I do not believe that, and I believe the people who think that it does have the wrong mindset. Their mindset is totally wrong and they need to change it. We need artists to be successful. We need artists to be able to earn a good living. We need artists to be able to be leaders within their society and be successful at doing that. We want to see the day when artists are invited to give their opinion on what should be happening in towns and cities and countries. That artists have a say too. I mean, now, really, if you believe as I do that artists have a calling, that you are called to be an artist, then I do not believe you are called to poverty. I do not believe that. I don't believe you're given a gift that should keep you poor. I don't think that at all. And I think we have to, as artists, change our mindsets and get inspired by the gift we have, to turn our lives around and be the artists, the people that we were called to be. I believe every one of you who listen to my voice, every one of you who watch my videos, you have the ability to be a successful artist. Now hear this clearly, to be the success to the point that you choose to be. Now that will take obviously a lot of hard work. It will take disciplines, as we talk about. It will take learning new skills. You have to learn new skills in marketing, in sales, in social media, but all of it's to your advantage. If you end up wealthy and you end up successful and you end up a celebrity, isn't that what we all want? And if it is what we all want, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody benefits. You see, if you become wealthy as an artist, you benefit, your family benefits, your community benefits, the whole country you live in benefits because you'll be paying higher taxes. Everything works for good when you see it that way. It all works out well. Everybody benefits. But if you're poor and you can't buy your art supplies and you can't pay your rent and you can't feed your family, that's not a benefit, that's a tragedy. And I don't want that for anybody. And yes, we can all come out and say that people like Vincent van Gogh, they lived in poverty and so forth. But before you say that, remember, Vincent van Gogh was supported by his brother, who was a wealthy merchant in I think Paris, and he also had a gallery within that building that they were in. And from what I understood in a documentary I watched a number of years ago, Vincent was on a fairly good stipend. I mean, he was not starving. His brother was looking after him very well. So it's you see, I just don't get the desire for artists to be poverty stricken. I never had that desire when I was a full-time artist. My desire was always to be the best that I could possibly be. And that's what we want. And that's what I want for you. I want you to get that mind. If you've got that mindset, that poverty mindset, that artists are meant to starve, you've got to change that. You really have to work on changing it. And there's only one person who can do that, and that is you. You've got to change it, because if you change that poverty mentality and you get it to become a success mentality, your art will go. You will do well. You will improve. It's all about how we think. The way we think is the way we are. As a man thinks, so he is. Remember that. So watch what you think. Watch those thoughts. I believe if you have a calling to be an artist, it's not a calling to poverty. It's a calling to be successful. Whatever that success level is, there's obviously different levels of success. Your idea of success and my idea of success may be very different. But success this is the definition I want you to understand that I see for artists as successful. A successful artist is someone who has consistent sales, has an income which is able to meet all the outgoings. I'm not saying living a life that's wasteful. I'm talking about just living a normal life where all your bills are paid, where you have money in the bank, where you have savings for a rainy day, where you have no problem paying your art supplies, and your sales are rolling along nicely. That is success for an artist. You are then able to create and do the things you wish to do. That's where we all want to get to. That's my vision for artists. I don't think everyone will reach up to the point where they become a millionaire, but if you can get to the point where you are financially stable and able to go forward and know that you don't have to worry about your bills, what a blessing that would be. And all it is a change of mindset. You're not selling out by selling your paintings. You're not selling out to the corporate world by thinking that you need to earn a good living. No, that's just normal. Remember, nobody benefits from poverty. Everybody benefits from your success. That's the way to see it. Art is there to inspire the world. And we cannot inspire the world in rags. I just don't think that's possible. And we cannot inspire the world by being in poverty. We must do everything we can to grow up into the point where we are successful and doing well and being a blessing to the community that we're in. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about strategies, some strategies. If you can't pay your bills and you're having trouble meeting your needs, tomorrow we're going to talk about strategies to get out of that so you can be free to be the artist you are called to be. Okay, my friends, I'm going to leave it there. Tomorrow we're going to do that. Remember, False humility fools nobody but the person who is saying it. That's the only person who gets fooled by false humility. You have a fabulous day. Remember to reach out and touch people. People are hurting. Smiles and hugs are free. Give them away generously. And I look forward to the day when I'm going to come and visit you in your studio. You have a wonderful day. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. Ciao.